So what happened in 1966, a gentleman came into Mizell Motors to buy a car. He had a $50,000 cashier's check. Now $50,000 in 1966 was quite a sum. They asked him what he was going to use the money for. He said, I'm going to build a factory and put my extrusion press in there to extrude aluminum and make products, I think, for the mobile home industry, I'm not sure. And the dealer called up his friend, said, Bud Kelling, grocery store, insurance guy, we've got a guy here that wants to put a factory in. That will employ people, that will give us business. We've got to talk this guy to come to Norton. Where he was going to use that money to put a factory in Alma, Nebraska. So they convinced him, and they built what was the first New Age in 1966. Well, by 1968, they figured out that extrusion press, I think, made bomb casings in World War I. It was very slow, and they couldn't make any money doing it. So they all wanted out. So basically, my father got debt for New Age. He said he just took over the debt, and Bud Kelling stayed. We made hog confinement equipment. And that is what actually propelled New Age to survive. We got a order from China, with a $1 million order from China that was unheard of, a $1 million order. We were lucky to get a $10,000 order. So when hog confinement equipment was a little slow, they had happened to make a dunnage rack for an ice cream place in Smith Center, I believe. And Dad thought that could sell, so he went to a trade show. He didn't have a booth. He had a dunnage rack in his pickup. And he went inside and brought people out to see the dunnage rack. Well, there was a independent rep there, I think it was Don Burney, that said, hey, we can help you sell this. We can help you develop products to the food service industry. And so they made a deal, and that's how we got into food service. But the second food service product we made was a can rack. We made that for Pizza Hut, and that was, I was talking to Larry, that's really saved. There were times that maybe we were going to lock the door, but that product saved New Age. So we were looking for a campaign to sell custom equipment, an advertising campaign. I remember the stories, of Dad at a bar talking to a guy, them trading a napkin back and forth, changing the design. They would draw products. Fred, is this what you're looking for? No, he changes it to whatever this. So they'd come up with a product, and that was the CAD of yesteryear. Back in '98, we only had my rep group in Texas as an independent rep groups. They work on commission in different territories. Well, my group was the only group in Texas, and we had, I believe, 3 other people covering the entire United States, which I knew was a mess. So I went out and hired independent reps, as good as we can get at the time, and supermarket reps, and that started things going. Then we got into the buying groups, which made us a legit company, that we'd get a swing at, we'd get it to the plate to get a chance to get jobs. In 2002, we got a lucky break. We made what we call a folding L cart for Meijer supermarkets, and it's incredible. So we decided, let's put another arm on it, so it's a folding U-boat. Well, we took that to a ProMat show. That was the only thing in the booth. ProMat is a material handling show, which material handling is basically everything that's not food service. So we ran into a company that we private labeled for there, and sales started taking off. And then we found Bob Brackle, who is an animal, and that be a growing part of our business. It's almost all custom, and that is our strength. So as of 2022, we probably have as good as reps as there are out there in every territory, including Canada. We are a respected line, we are a quality line. We had a fire at New Age, burnt down, I believe, we figured 80–90% of the facility. And Bill Sharp said, we are not closing. And we got it back going in 5 weeks. It was amazing. Employees here, the community here was tremendous. I remember my father saying that he appreciated these hardworking people of Western Kansas and Nebraska to spend time at his place working for him. And he tried to always give back, and I feel we do too. I remember he used the word toil, and I didn't even know he knew what that meant. But he felt so strongly about New Age and the people. I hope we try to carry that on, that feeling, because it's the most amazing workforce in the country and other countries. New Age's biggest strength is its employees. The location may seem out of touch from a lot of things, but it's a real advantage that we have the work ethic of the New Age employees. They're second to none. You know, we always say we're proudly made in the USA, which we are. In 1998, when I came, I was sure that we could get the low-end market with a product and the high-end market with a product. 100% sure. About 2001, I discovered these products coming from China. They were cheap, but they were cheap price also. And I knew we were going to lose all that business. And I thought, well, maybe we should import. But our guys did not want to give up that part of the business because it's cheaper. We build it better. And it's because of these guys. We are so proudly made in the USA that it's finally paid off with all these China tariffs and not getting product over here. If you look back, you see the evolution. But as you're going through it, it doesn't seem as big an evolution as it really was. Since I've been here in '98, the products we make now are 10,000-fold. It's crazy. I think we'll always be a leader in aluminum custom equipment. I think there'll always be a market or an industry for us to excel in. We're modernizing our factory. We're hiring more reps on the material handling end, which are the same as food service, they're independent. We've added another salesman in the material handling. The opportunity in material handling seems endless. I think we'll always have a place.